birthday in the back.
Yay!
I'm really happy to be here with my family because I was gone for about 14 years. I'm a native Austinite, left, actually third generation Austinite, and I left for about 14 years. And the whole time I was gone, when I was a kid, I would always think about who the leaders were in our community, and there were people like, my good friend Gus Garcia, who always looked out for our community, and there were, a couple of people out there that were really making an impact. There were also people like my mom, Limon, who had her own business, and I look at people like her and my grandpa and Mr. Garcia. They were making inroads in their own rights. My mom was, a business owner as a Latina in Austin, and you just didn't see a lot of that when I was growing up. And so I looked up to people like that. And I looked at my grandpa, who's been in business now for 50 years on East 7th Street, and I say, wow, how hard was it to be in business back then, when you couldn't even get a loan if you were Hispanic, and here's a guy who's making inroads into the community. But those are the leaders that I looked up to as a kid. And when I left, like I said, from 1992 all the way till coming back a couple of years ago, I came back and I saw something that really opened my eyes. And it's a group of people like yourselves and like the people behind me who are Hispanic professionals. Now we're not just business owners or politicians. Those are people that have, some of the people that have paved the road, but now we're business owners of high-tech companies. We have people that are attorneys. We have people that are judges. And I tell you, I look at those people and I feel like a kid again, because I look at them and I go, wow, like, I'm still impressed. I'm still impressed when I see somebody like Frank and his wife who went to Harvard, and I go, man, like, I want my kids to be like that. I really do. We all want our kids to be.
Everybody does.
And so, my encouragement to get involved was not only having good friends like Priscilla and John Michael who, asked for me to be involved, but to look at how the community has changed, just from the time that I was a kid, and looking how much has changed. There are so many successful Hispanic individuals in Austin like yourselves, and we have an opportunity to come together and to start giving back. There's still a lot of people that, that live in all parts of Austin, not just East Austin anymore, that need our help, and not just people that are in situations of poverty, but also we need to expand in the arts and look at other areas so that we can expand people's minds. I think about when I was a kid, and I tell you, Mr. Garcia probably remembers, I was 14 years old, and I went up to him, and I'm like, hey man, give me a job, And I know he remembers, because then he put me on TV, but I think there's a lot of kids like that. They just don't have a clue about the arts. They don't have a clue that there are people like you that exist. So, I hope you'll join us in making an effort and making an impact here in Austin. I think we have a great group of people, and I think we're the people that have kind of come together to bring you here, but as a group, I think everybody's equal, and we want to make a huge, huge impact in Austin. So thanks for coming tonight, and I welcome you to join us.